investigation.
Thanks so much, Brittany. We're here now at the Serenity Church in Valdosta, Georgia, with both the Valdosta State University and Morehouse College NAACP chapters, as well as the National Action Network with the Reverend Al Sharpton, who just arrived on scene moments ago. And here's what we know so far. Now, on Friday, January 11th, Johnson, a 17-year-old Lowndes County High School student, was found dead in the gym. That was the old gym after his family reported him missing the night before. Now, school officials say that Johnson disappeared from the surveillance cameras at about 1:09 in the afternoon that Thursday, the day before. Now, at about 10 a.m. on the 11th, that's when two students saw socks sticking out from mats, and that's when authorities were alerted. Now, more than 1,000 people turned out for KJ's funeral on January 19th, but the parents still had questions as to what happened to their son. Now, his family requested an autopsy almost immediately, but months of waiting, they were waiting and decided to wait no more and protested in front of the courthouse in April. Now, when they couldn't get answers by April 25th, they blocked the doors of the courthouse and the family was arrested. Now, the sheriff's office, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, and the Lowndes County Coroner's Office released a statement on May 2nd, and they said that the death had been ruled accidental. Now, according to the sheriff's office, the statement says, and I quote, "The investigation was comprehensive and included the completion of multiple forensic tests." Now, the death of Kendrick Johnson has been serious. It's brought reaction from all over in this community, but especially all over the United States.
I'm confused. I'm lost, and so are my listeners. What is the story behind what happened with your child?
They're trying to say that my son was in the gym, and he fell. He was reaching for his shoe or his headphones and fell into the mat, and apparently he got stuck, and he couldn't get out.
Now, radio host Michael Baisden was one of the first to take a look at the case. Social media was ablaze. National leaders from all over were speaking out. On Twitter, the Reverend Jamal Harrison Bryant said, "Pray for justice for KJ." And once the sheriff's office findings were released, DJ Funkmaster Flex tweeted out those details to his followers as well. Now, there's also a Facebook page, RIP Kendrick Johnson, that has over 11,000 likes and even features a picture of KJ's father trying to fit into one of the mats that his son supposedly fell into. Now, the rally itself was organized by students at the Valdosta State University and Morehouse College alumni chapters, or Morehouse College chapters of the NAACP. And as the rally continues, so does the press to get answers about what happened to KJ. And speaking of that, we have some students here with us who are from the, you're Spanky Edwards from the Morehouse College NAACP chapter, yes?
Yes, sir.
And your name again?
Tyler Barker.
From the Valdosta State University NAACP chapter.
Yes, sir.
And tell us, why is it that you felt the NAACP should get involved in this case?
Well, after months of waiting, again, the NAACP reacted. After we've waited, we did mediation, we worked with the sheriff, we worked and tried to have those meetings. After they continue to ignore it, then that's the time where we show up and do mass demonstrations. So they had the opportunity to deal with this undercover and let justice be done. They didn't want that option, so this is what we've done. We made this a national issue. So I think it's necessary for us to continue to keep pushing the sheriff's office. We're always open. Again, we do not hate anyone. We did this not violently, through love. So this is all the people that is out of love. This is what we came up with.
And you are right here in Valdosta. When this happened, when you saw this in January, and you guys are one of the major groups that made it a national issue at Valdosta State, why did you feel it needed to be elevated to another level?
Well, we felt it was necessary because KJ is one of our own, and this happened right here in our community. And we felt that is our duty to act upon, which our founders were founded upon to help KJ.
What's next? And again, Morehouse, you guys are all the way in Atlanta, and you decided to come down and help your brothers down here in Valdosta. What's next?
Well, after this meeting today, we'll again offer the opportunity to meet and come with more facts. We're still working on the facts. We're still trying to get an FBI investigation on here. We plan to take this even more national and international. So after this, we'll meet and we'll see what. So follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and we'll tell you all what we need you to do next.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Spanky, for that information. Now, we know that there has been a great deal of feedback from the community as a whole, and WTXL ABC 27's Jade Balexa has been following this story from day one. And Jade has had some chance to talk to people in the community today. Jade, thanks so much for being here. And you've been on the ground. It's rainy weather, but we wanted to know what was going on. Tell us what you've heard from the community about this case.
Well, Rockman, I was out and about all day long, hitting the streets, talking to people that
weren't involved in the rally, just to kind of get a feel of where the community is at. And let me just say, the community is divided. The city of Valdosta is divided on the issue. Some people told me today law enforcers have done their job. Others say they hope the investigation continues for the family to get some real answers. A lot of people are saying the death is suspicious, but on the other hand, some people believe it is still an accident, so it's a really emotional topic. And like I said, no one would go on camera. I talked to at least 30 people today, and it's just such an emotional topic. It's hard for people out in the community to talk about it.
And we hear him chanting behind us, no justice, no peace. So it's very interesting to see exactly what the community thinks about it. Thanks so much. Our Jay Balexa with WTXL, ABC 27, and Bounce News. Now here, the pastor of Serenity Baptist Church is also here with us, Floyd Rose, who is a part of this rally that's going on. And so we want to ask you, why is it you feel that your church needed to be a part of this in the community, and why'd you play host?
Well, this church is the center and core of economic, political, and spiritual life of the black community. So it was fitting that we hosted this, period.
What are you hearing? I mean, I've talked to Mr. Tooley, who is the grandfather of Kendrick Johnson. I've talked to both Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. They said they really don't know. What are you, and they're not speculating, but what do you guys think happened to Kendrick Johnson?
Let me be clear. I am not in a position to say that he was murdered. To say that now, given the reports that we have received over the last few days, is to suggest that the coroner, the district attorney, everybody involved in the investigation, including the criminal investigation team, all conspired to hide something. I'm not prepared to say that. What I am prepared to say is that what has happened here lies at the feet of the sheriff, who at the very beginning, before there was any evidence of any kind, before the coroner could examine the body, before the medical examiner could determine the cause of death, and before the autopsy was completed, said that it was an accident. That is what caused so many problems. He should have waited and said, we don't know what happened, and we want this family to be patient, and we're going to complete a thorough investigation, and when it is done, we will let you know what happened. That's what he should have done. All this problem lies at his feet, period.
And I understand from C.B. King, who is the attorney, that they have asked for the Justice Department to get involved, but there has not been any talk of a suit. Obviously, no amount of money can bring back the death of a loved one, but have you heard of that, and do you think the family is justified in filing suit?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. That's up to the family.
Thank you so much, Pastor. And again, we've talked to C.B. King, who is the attorney of record. He said that there is a possibility of a civil suit that could be coming down the pipeline. We don't know that for sure just yet, but they are looking at it. Again, Reverend Al Sharpton with the National Action Network is inside. But one of the things that was so interesting about this case is that students were the ones who really pushed. You heard earlier from the Valdosta State University and Morehouse College alumni chapters, and chapters have been tweeting and Facebooking. You can see the hashtag What Happened to KJ all over the internet. But here with us, we have members of the gospel choir, come on up guys, of Valdosta State University, and you guys felt like Kendrick was family. Why are you here? Why is it important that students have actually been the ones to put this rally together?
Well, as a student of Valdosta and also a student of Valdosta State University, I am an advocate that justice is brought for Kendrick Johnson. I stand in agreement as everybody else out here that justice is brought to this case. We have waited patiently. We have continued to wait that justice is brought, and we also stand that the coroner will come up with some result to this case.
Thank you. And you have something you want to share with us as well as we go to break. Thank you so much for being with us. Please share. And again, we'll be here live to get some feedback and information from Reverend Al Sharpton, who is inside. He will be sitting down with us and talking to us. And we'll keep you up to date on this story on our website, WTXL.tv. Brittany, thanks so much. Back to you.
Rahman, thank you. Well, coming up on